Hey guys, what's going on? We are back with another match for you. Preview on match day actually. It is Forest Blackburn tonight. To my left we have got Wads.
Hiya,
Hiya,
how you doing?
how you doing?
I'm good, you?
I'm good,
I'm
yeah.
good, yeah.
Big game
Big
today
game
though.
today, though.
Just a bit Blackburn away. How do you feel about it?
Well, it's
Well, it's
obviously
obviously
the let's be honest,
let's
the
be honest,
last
the last
several years
several
it's been
years
a
it's been
tough
a
game to
tough
go
game to
to
go
for
to for
Forest.
Forest.
Even when
Even when
Blackburn haven't been at
Blackburn
the
haven't
level
been
they've
at the
been
level
this
they've been this
season.
season.
And I've
And
seen
I've seen
Blackburn
Blackburn
fans
fans
themselves are
themselves
saying
are
they're
saying
really
they're really
quite
quite
surprised the
surprised
team
the
doing
team
so
doing
well.
so well.
I think
I think
that's going to
that's
make it
going to
even
make it
harder
even
for
harder
us.
for us.
I know we
I
won
know
there
we won
last
there last
season
season
with
with
Houghton as
Houghton as
manager
manager
of all
of all
managers
managers
to go and
to
get a
go and get
win.
a win.
Blackburn was
Blackburn was
surprising.
surprising.
Obviously, quite a
Obviously, quite a
lucky
lucky
win
win
ultimately.
ultimately.
But
But
yeah,
yeah,
obviously,
obviously,
Sabra, I think we
Sabra, I think we
drew.
drew.
I remember we
I
drew
remember
the
we
year
drew the year
before that.
before
But
that.
yeah, it's
But
been
yeah,
a
it's been a
while since
while
we've won
since
at
we won at
Blackburn.
Blackburn.
So it'd be
So
nice
it'd
to
be
go and
nice to
do
go
that
and
and be
do that
even
and be even
more
more
special if we
special
do
if we
it.
do it.
Because
Because
obviously, we've won
obviously,
at
we've won
grounds
at
this
grounds this
season that
season
we
that we
typically don't have a
typically
good
don't have a good
record at.
record at.
Huddersfield,
Huddersfield,
Birmingham,
Birmingham,
Barnsley, them lot.
them lot.
I think
I think
Blackburn's one of
Blackburn's
them as
one of them
well.
as well.
So
So
if we could
if we
do it,
could do it,
especially given
especially
their
given
league
their league
position, it
position,
would
it would
be
be
massive.
massive.
And
And
I think it
I
would
think it
be
would be
another big
another big
statement of
statement of
intent for
intent for
us
us
on what we
on
want to
what we
try and
want
do
to try
this
and do this
season.
season.
Really. So
So
yeah, I
yeah,
think
I
if we can
think if we can
stop
stop
Burton
Burton
in
in
particular
particular
and the
and
likes
the
of
likes of
Sam
Sam
Gallagher, and
Gallagher, and
we've got some
we've
good
got some good
players in that
players in that
team. So
team.
if
So
we can
if we
stop
can
them,
stop them,
I think we
I think we
can
can
maybe nick a
maybe nick
win.
a win.
But I'd take a
I'd
draw
take
to
a
be
draw to
honest.
be honest.
I mean, going into it after that high on Sunday with how we did beat Leicester. Um, Obviously tonight, going into it with confidence that we can score goals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
I mean,
I couldn't
I
believe
couldn't
what
believe
I still
what I
can't
still
believe
can't believe
that we beat
that we
Leicester
beat Leicester
4-1.
4-1. Like,
I thought
I
we'd
thought we'd
win,
win,
as I
as
said
I
in the
said in the
preview,
preview,
but
but
I
I
didn't
didn't
think it would
think it
be
would be
so
so
convincing.
convincing.
It could have
It
been
could have
more
been
than
more than
thought as
thought
well.
as well.
Leicester was
Leicester
just
were just
horrendous
horrendous
defensively,
defensively,
and
and
apart from the
apart
bit of the
from the bit of the
first half,
first
they weren't
half, they
really
weren't
that
really that
threatening
threatening
in front of
in front of
goal.
goal. And
Yeah,
yeah,
we took
we took
advantage of
advantage
that,
of
but
that,
we
but we
also
also
thoroughly
really
deserved it.
deserved it.
So yeah,
So
I
yeah,
think
I think
Blackburn will be a
Blackburn will
bit
be a
more
bit
on
more
edge
on
now,
edge
having
now, having
watched that
watched that
game.
game.
We want
We
to
want to
play those
play
kind
those
of
kind of
games
games
regularly
regularly
next
next
season.
season.
We want to be
We want to
playing
be playing
Leicester
Leicester
again,
again,
Arsenal,
Arsenal,
even bigger
even bigger
teams than
teams
them,
than them,
really.
really.
And,
And
I've seen
I've
people
seen people
say,
say,
"Well, are we
"Well, are
ready
we
for the
ready for the
top
top
flight?"
flight?"
And
And
I don't
I
think
don't think
anyone
anyone
ever is
ever is
properly
properly
ready.
ready.
But
But
you may
you
as
may
well.
as
What's
well.
the point
What's
in
the
even
point in
trying
even
to get
trying to get
promoted if
promoted
you don't
if
think
you
you're
don't think
ready?
you're ready?
You may as
You may as
well.
well.
There's no
There's
point
no point
even
even
turning up if you're
turning
not
up if
going
you're
to
not going
try
to
and
try and
be your
be your
best and get
best and get
promoted.
promoted.
And that's
And
where
that's
this
where
club
this
needs
club
to
needs
be
to be
in the
in
Prem.
the Prem.
And
And
whether we could
whether
do
we
it
could do
week
it
in,
week
week
in, week
out
out
is another
is another
question.
question.
But
But
we've
we've
proven that we
proven
at
that we at
least
least
can give a
can give
team
a
a good
team a
game
good
every
game
week.
every week.
Yeah, definitely. I do agree with that. I mean, it's that sort of one of the games now. I mean, we got Peterborough to come up as well. Not Peterborough. I'm thinking Peterborough. Huddersfield. I'm
Yeah.
thinking about the FA Youth Cup, not the FA Cup. So I've got Huddersfield in to fit in somewhere in that one of the games. So, and it's quite a tough one of games now. Just to, I mean, if we do pick up quite a few home wins, then pick up what you can away from home, you'd be laughing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
a huge run of
huge run of
games,
games
really.
really.
And I know there's
And
still
there's
quite a
still
way
quite
to
a way
go,
to go
really.
really.
But
But
you look
you
at the
look at the
games we've
games we've
got.
got.
Obviously
Obviously
Blackburn's
Blackburn's
tough.
tough.
Stoke are
Stoke
actually a lot
actually a
lower
lot
than I
lower than I
thought they
thought
were.
they
They're
were.
like
They're like
14th.
14th.
Actually, they won
Actually, they won
yesterday, so they're
yesterday,
probably
so they're
going up
probably
a
going
bit.
up a
But
bit.
they're
But
not
they're not
doing as
doing
well as I
as well as I
thought.
thought.
But it's still
But
a
it's still
tough
a
game
tough
against
game against
Stoke.
Stoke.
And, it's the
It's
first
the
time we're going
first
to
time we're
play
going to play
Stoke at
Stoke at
home
home
with
with
fans
fans
since that
since that
day in
day in
2020. So it'd
2020.
be
So it'd be
nice if
nice
we
if we
could go and
could go
beat
and
them
beat them
in
in
particular
particular
for many
for many
reasons,
reasons
really. And
really.
obviously
And obviously
Bournemouth, I know
Bournemouth, I know
they're
they're
beatable.
beatable.
I know it's
I
a
know it's
tough
a
game
tough game
away,
away,
but
but
they've
they've
lost.
lost.
National League
National
team
League
can
team
beat
can
them.
beat them.
And
And
Hull
Hull
and
and
just the Preston at home
Preston at
this
home this
season, I
season, I
think. So I think we can go and beat Bournemouth away. Be a huge statement if we do. That's obviously not far away. I know we've got Preston and Bristol soon, and Preston are picking up. I think Bristol are very up and down, more down than up, obviously. So yeah, we've got some interesting games coming up. Obviously, like you say, Huddersfield in the cup, which after beating Arsenal and Leicester, you think, well, surely we'll beat Huddersfield, but they literally beat us in the league about 5 weeks ago. So, we can't be at all complacent. I think in the FA Cup it'll be a bit of a different kind of mentality about it. Be a difficult one. Obviously, our aim is promotion, but placing the FA Cup quarter-finals doesn't come around very often for Forest. So, I'll be more than up for beating them.
Yeah, don't think it'll be 3 years since the last been in a FA Cup quarter final.
Long
So
time, yeah.
yeah, and Stoke are just behind us. I think they're a point behind us. Just looking at the league table.
Really, right? Yeah, I know they've been very up and down, but they're still a tough team to play, aren't they? So
Yeah, definitely. Um, Especially with tonight and Saturday. And with obviously the signings and a couple of knocks that place picked up on Sunday with Davis and Sint. How would you go about the team tonight? Would you still play this one team, but then we have got options now to switch it up if we have to.
well, I've heard that Kieran Davis is fit to play, which is great. So we can't afford to lose another striker. Imagine if we didn't sign Sturridge, it'd be really on thin ice when it comes to up front. I thought he did pretty well when he came in against Leicester. He didn't really have that long to do anything, but he looks eager, pretty quick as well, which is great. I think that's something that Graben and kind of Davis don't really have. Davis isn't too slow. Obviously, Johnson played as a striker pretty much against Leicester, and I thought he did really well there. Bit of a false nine, I suppose, but I'm comfortable with Johnson playing, a bit of a back end mid slash striker. If Davis is fit, I think I'll keep the same team. Obviously, you can have a bigger bench in the cup, but it was good to see Lolly back on the bench, which is a bit of a surprise. Didn't expect Wall to even play at all, and he played full 90 minutes and scored. And I thought it was interesting as he was wearing like a cage, to protect his ribs, and his goal he landed flat on his rib, which a diving header, and it obviously didn't affect him. But it was great to see Joe play again. He's integral to the team. But yeah, obviously, apart from Graben and still got the likes of Mitre now. We've obviously got a relatively fit team now. I think then we have Mitre and Lolly fully fit. Don't really see the likes of Silva getting a chance. To be fair, but I think I would keep the team the same if it's all fully fit.
Yeah. I mean, Warwood put in that sort of performance on Sunday where, it's injured, but he's put that really captain performance on Sunday. I mean, even when he added that ball out when he was on the floor, it was like, off Leicester player, we're like, he's injured and he's doing that. It's like, proves how much valuable he is to the team and how much Forest means to him.
Yeah, I love seeing players do that. Even if they're literally on the floor falling over, they try and do something to stop the ball. I know Phil Jones is a bit of a meme, really, but it's a meme of him doing that. But I think Wall did it a bit more majestically than him. But I think that's I think if anyone's going to do that, I expect Wall to do it because he's just that kind of player. Give his absolute best. Gabs is the captain. Last season, I was saying he shouldn't have been, but this season, I haven't really got a problem with it the way he's been playing. Clearly, he's focusing on scoring goals as much as leading the team. But I probably would still pick Wall to be captain of either choice. Obviously when he is captain, he does a fantastic job of it. He's perfect for it, really.
Yeah, definitely. To be fair, you touched on about Brendan playing us that post now. I mean, I don't know if you notice it quite a lot this season, but when we do play that sort of formation what we did on Sunday, Brendan does play us more for false nine, which is quite useful actually, because you don't know if you're going to play a 3-4-2-1 or the 5-2 up the top. So that's just showing that versatility anyway with Brendan, that you can play up front and doing job or play on the win and be even more effective.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the goals he scored this season. A lot of them have been in a striker's position. You know, with Derby, he was running and he started the move and then he ran right into the box where a striker would be and finished it. Obviously, against Leicester, he won the ball off James Justin. He was, as far forward as you can get, and the fact that he can play, right up front and also on the wings is very versatile, more on the right hand side, really. But yeah, it's great that he can be versatile and play in multiple positions, especially if Graven's injured like he is, and it's another option. I think I could see while Graven's out, we play Johnson in this kind of role more because it allows us to have more options on the bench that are actual strikers. I mean, I could see Davis and Sturridge playing together at some point, but obviously, I think I don't know whether he would start that much Sturridge if Johnson's going to play in this position. So obviously, we have Vinkenagel helping out behind those two up front. But yeah, it's great that they've got all these options that can play wherever they want, really.
I do actually agree with that. It's great. It's more options than we had start of the season, which is positive to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to see all of them fully fit again. I miss Prime Joe Lolly. He's obviously not been, even when he was fit this season, he wasn't quite on the heights he's been before, but he was still a pretty useful player. And I'm gutted that Martin got injured in December because he wasn't tearing it up or anything, but he clearly has a huge amount of potential. I think if he was to start regularly, he'd start to make a real impact. I know he's been more of a bench player when he was playing. But, when we can invite someone like him back into the team, and we're already doing really well without him, it's really quite a scary thing to look at, and especially if you're a rival team, all these options available for, to have to play against. But yeah, obviously, he's come an awful long way since the start of the season on and off the pitch. The squad was looking incredibly thin, playing youth players because we literally had to play them. So yeah, we've really sorted the squad out and we've got some good depth now.
It's that same. I think quite a lot of the players under Cluffy said that he wanted to be part of it, and if he weren't, you'd be gutted. And now it's started to show that a lot more within this one, like the being like that sort of feeling and what they're saying about it. They are reliving the history again, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely tell the squad's together, and keeper was saying when we beat Millwall, I don't call the substitutes. They're finishers. They come on in the second half and make an impact, and I think that just little things like that, it changes the mentality of the players. Makes everyone included, even players that don't play much. They're in it. They're really invested and want us to do well. Players like Figueiredo is already getting a look at the moment, and even the reserves, you can kind of tell they really are interested into Forest, which is what you want. And like I've said before, I just think Cooper really is doing something quite special, and who knows what he could do in the future. I think he's lining up. And I've seen comparisons to Duffy, and it's a big thing to compare him to, but they are comparisons, the way he handles press conferences and, the team, everything. He's got a plan B, which previous Forest managers haven't. It's very exciting, really.
Definitely. I do agree, and I think Daniel Taylor said it in the last podcast he did as well, saying how good it is and how he's embracing that sort of era.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you've seen certain stories of like old Forest managers. They kind of just want to forget the past and move on and just try and focus on what the club's all about now. Which, that's good, but you don't want to just forget about what we've done. And you can tell Cooper from the very start. If anyone looks at Cooper, you'd think he was born and raised in Nottingham. The way he talks about us, he really, really is invested in us, and he understands what the club's all about. He understands what it wants. Everyone knows Forest want to get back to the top flight, and Cooper just gets it. And I think Cooper really, I've said this before, I think when Dane Murphy came in, I feel like he wanted Cooper all along. Like, Cooper left Thornsey pretty much at the same time as when Murphy joined us, and I think like he couldn't just get rid of Houghton straight away. So I think if I do get rid of Houghton, I want to try and get Cooper, and it's clearly working very well.
Definitely. What's going on would be on for tonight.
I would take a draw in a game like this, but obviously a win would be particularly impressive because, and yeah, we've just thrashed Leicester, but this is a different type of test for me, and especially because it's Blackburn. Again, we haven't won that for quite a while. Overall, we don't normally win there. They've got the best home record in the league as well, so it's going to be tough to beat them. But I think we can do it. I think we can do it, but I would take a draw. So it's a really 50-51. I think we'll either nick it, it'd be 1-0 or 2-1, or I think I'll go for a draw. I think I'll go 1-1 today, which I don't think would be too disappointing if we did it.
I wouldn't put it past you, to be fair.
Yeah.
And especially with everything, you should talk a bit for us at the minute.
No.
Yeah, totally agree with you. And I don't know about you, but I still feel quite confident going into tonight, even though it's Blackburn and where they are.
Yeah, I mean, I feel confident every Forest game now, even after we've lost a few, like at Christmas, for instance, and losing to Cardiff. We lost to Cardiff, and I'm still pretty confident we'll be a Premier League side. Obviously, we did that even bigger than I ever expected. But I think Blackburn's a different type of test, really. So it'll be interesting, this one. Tough one, but I think it is doable if it's the best.
Definitely. So I'd like to say thank you for coming on.
No problem.
Hope you enjoyed that, guys. Do subscribe and like the content. So I'd like to say thank you for watching.